Hello all, and it's been, I just checked, been like 7 months since I've done one of these. A lot has happened, but it is WrestleMania weekend. It's actually Friday, WrestleMania weekend. I had planned on doing this maybe Wednesday, probably Tuesday, but that didn't happen. So I'm doing this now. I'm gonna kind of go over, I don't know, I'm just gonna talk about WrestleMania weekend, talk about the shows, talk about if I was there, because definitely I'm here, so I'm not there. What I would go to, what I wouldn't go to, what I'm interested in, what I'm not. There's 50 shows. You can't be interested in all 50 shows. To anyone that's actually going to watch all, like, I don't even know if it's possible to watch all 50 shows, because I don't know if all 50 shows will even be, you'd be able to watch them afterwards. I have no clue. But there's 50 shows. That's ridiculous. That's a ridiculous number. Just so much craziness. And then, of course, everything I haven't talked about, Fallout from the Tokyo Dome, All Elite Wrestling, um, just everything else. But we'll maybe get to that over the next couple days. I plan on doing one of these now, in which I will talk about everything, kind of preview a lot of stuff. I'm not talking anything WWE. So if you're here to hear stuff about NXT, WrestleMania, Raw, SmackDown, no, not gonna happen. I get to buy any of it because I don't care about any of it. I really don't. Yes, NXT looks really good. I'm not gonna lie. I've seen the card. I know. I've heard people talk about the card. I know what the card is. Don't care. No, not into it. So, but there's lots of other stuff to talk about. There's 50 shows. There's not like I can't find other stuff to talk about. And there's some big stuff going on. And there was stuff that already happened. So, it's funny because, of course, WrestleMania weekend, the big Woodstock of all of WrestleMania of wrestling, really. It's everything you could. It's like Comic-Con for wrestling fans. That's what I usually say. That's how I would put it. People show up. It's crazy. 50 shows. 50 shows over, I guess, what, 5 days, I guess. What is it? It's going to be Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Actually, I guess I guess actually 7 days. We're going to have 7 days of craziness. So we are at a week. We are at a week now. Because the first stuff actually did happen on Wednesday. I think we've had stuff Wednesday before. I think I may even have gone to a Wednesday show before. I'm thinking in Miami, maybe we went to a Wednesday show. It may have been Thursday, but I can't remember. It may have been a Thursday show, but I'm just throwing that out there. But they actually had stuff on Wednesday, because, of course, everyone got all excited because, oh, NXT moved from Saturday to Friday, and that makes everybody happy, except Thursday happened, which meant that everything got pushed back. Thursday became this crazy day where if you actually wanted to see some of the cool stuff that was happening this weekend, you weren't going to be able to see it because it was all happening at the same time on Thursday. But we'll get to that. Anyway, Wednesday happened. There's nothing on Wednesday that I want to talk about because it's stuff. I don't begrudge anyone who, put on shows or did any shows or anything like that, but it's just stuff. But then we had Thursday. We had yesterday, my today. I now work nights. I now work from basically 6 at night till about 5 in the morning, through half the week. So, yeah, so this is still kind of technically my Thursday. But anyways, so Thursday happened. There was stuff that I wanted to see Thursday. There's actually a show I've actually seen on Thursday. If you follow my Twitter, you've probably already seen that when you all woke up, but we will see. But the first show on Wednesday was Independent Wrestling TV's Family Reunion. Probably if things were different, I probably would go to this show. I doubt I will watch this show, but if I was there live, this is a show I might go to just because there's nothing else going on. And I'm not big into, like WrestleCon or Access. Maybe go out to eat, maybe, I don't know, but you're there, so if you're going to see a wrestling show, I don't think I would see this, just because there's an Evolve show. I'm not the biggest Evolve fan, most people know that, but it's an Evolve show, it's going to have good people on it. Kyle O'Reilly was on this show. I heard the show was okay. The show has already happened, of course, but I've heard the show was okay, so I don't feel like I missed much not seeing it this afternoon. But this would have been a show if I was there, I would have seen. It was not a show that not being there, I would have watched anyways, but I heard it was okay. Then there was the Destiny and Fight Club Fight for Destiny show, which I wouldn't have watched because you all had two other shows that I would have had to decide about, both at 4 o'clock, which was the WXW show and the Bloodsport 2 show, Josh Barnett's Bloodsport. That's the show I would have went to. I've already seen that show. I actually watched that show this morning, as soon as I got off work. I actually got off work a little bit early just so I could watch the show because I wanted to see it so much, and everyone said it was so good, and it actually was very good. But we'll get to that in a little bit. But actually, I guess I can talk about the show now. Show was really good. I really liked it. The only, what I would say, matches were the ones with the MMA guys in it. Frank Mir versus Dan Severn, because I don't think Frank Mir ever done anything like this. Dan Severn's old. That's not a good mix. And they just, And then, Phil Baroni and Dominic Garrini, I believe is his name. That was okay. Phil Baroni, I know, has done wrestling before. He was in full wrestling shtick, which I found kind of funny because that's kind of not Josh Barnett's style, I would say, and I didn't really expect that on the show, so that threw me. But everything else on the show was, I would say, good to great. The main event, which was Suzuki versus Barnett, was awesome. I loved that match. I thought it was really good, even though it went to a draw, which, a draw twice. Still, I thought, even with the non-finish, it worked out really well. Everything else on the show was really, really great. I thought last year you probably had two great matches, like really, really great matches. This, you had one, I would say, great match and then a lot of very good stuff. But this was, I think, the better overall show. So I hope they can do this again. I said on Twitter, and I think I would love to see them do this during Fight Week 2 and add some more people. The only guys that I really wish were on the show that weren't on the show would have been now they escape my mind because now I'm on camera and now I don't remember, and of course I never write anything down. I just get on here and start blabbling like Nagata and Jack Hager. Both of them would be the only two guys really I would add to this that you probably could get. Jeff Cobb too, but I doubt they would let Jeff Cobb do this. But those would be the two guys that I really thought were kind of missing from here. But other than that, this show was really good. This was the show I would have gone to. The WXW show was a show I was looking forward to, but I heard it was just kind of okay because no one really knew who anyone was, and it was just kind of there. So that was no good. Then, because and I was kind of worried about this because I didn't know how long the Bloodsport show would go. So I didn't know what I was going to have to do after that because I really wanted to go to the Impact show that was also tonight. But you then had MLW Rise of the Renegades, which was a TV taping. You had the WrestleCon Super Show. That's always awesome, though. That's almost always sold out. You had the NYCW, A Matter of Pride, which was basically a gay pride thing. I didn't say thing, but it was a show that was pretty much that. Was basically a pride, as in gay pride show, which is kind of cool. You had, which was going on directly after Josh Barnett's Bloodsport. You had Interspecies Wrestling Boner Jam 4 Balls Out. I doubt I would have gone to that. You had DDT Pro, though, at 8 o'clock. This was the other show I probably may have tried to go to. And then at 11, you had the Impact Wrestling show. You also had Murder Mania Night 2, which I guess is, as I understand it, is basically just a bunch of dudes having brawls in a bar. So, probably something I would have missed. But depending on where I could have gone, I probably would have gone to the, even though I heard the DDT show was awesome, I have not seen it yet, but it's something I want to see. I'm definitely going to watch that. I will probably review that tomorrow. And then the WrestleCon Super Show, which is another show that is always really fun. I heard the Will Ospreay versus Bandito match was amazing and needs to be seen, so I will definitely be watching that. And but I probably would have gone to the MLW show just because I've never been to an MLW show. It sounded like something I would have liked. You got a chance to see LA Park versus Pentagon Jr. I don't know if any of this actually happened. I haven't actually read the spoilers for this, but that was something that I definitely was worried I might not be able to go to, and everything else I wanted to go to, but it sounded like this would be able to happen, especially given the fact that you have all this other weird, crazy stuff, and it's New York, and half the stuff's in New Jersey, and some of the stuff's in New York City proper, and some of the stuff's, you know, it's all over the place. It's all completely spread out because it's WrestleMania weekend, and that's the way everything happens is, you know, heaven forbid if you actually want to see a bunch of stuff and all the stuff that, you know, you want to see actually lines up perfect. Doesn't happen. But yes, the DDT show was another show that I'd have liked to have seen. I will definitely be reviewing that because that is something I would like to see, and I heard it was awesome. And then there was the Impact show, which I would have gone to. I would have definitely gone to. This would have been a show I would have felt like I needed to go to because everything else was on paper. Though I heard that the show was not all that great, which kind of for me, but just the fact of being there live to see Pentagon Jr. and Phoenix versus Raw Van Dam Sabu, which I would have had extremely high expectations of, but everything else on the show looked really good. Though I guess some people didn't wind up showing up, and you know, it turned into an Impact show. From what I understand, that live it was really good, but it did not come across that on TV. So that's unfortunate. You know, we for years, myself, lots of other people said the Impact should have done this. They did this last year. The show wasn't great, but it was really good. It was a lot of fun. But this was another looked really just something I absolutely wanted to see. You had a Slumber Party Massacre, which, and then tonight, I missed that. I will have to watch that too. Which I did not know that this was last night, which was Kaiju Big Battle. Which yes, I always watch Kaiju Big Battle. I doubt I would have been able to see Kaiju Big Battle because I believe it happened at the same time as Impact. Which kind of sucks because I always, you know, that's something I enjoy is Kaiju Big Battle. Dudes dressed up as monsters trying to beat the living shit out of each other. You know, that's right up my alley. So, but then after that, you've got Friday, which then we have WrestleCon, Us versus the World, which has Brian Cage versus Masato Tanaka on it. I would go and see that just for that myself. So yeah, and then also LAX versus the New Heart or the new Heart Foundation of Davey Boy Smith Jr. and Teddy Hart, which is something else that I definitely wanted to see. That's the other match that sounded really good from Bloodsport was the Davey Boy Smith, or not sounded, but was really good. Davey Boy Smith versus Killer Kross, which was really hard hitting, really good. There was a lot. Just go watch the Bloodsport show. It was awesome. Go see it. So that would be a show I wanted to see. You have a Shimmer show, which it's nice to have a Shimmer show. The problem with the Shimmer show is the Shimmer show. Oh, I doubt I would go see WrestleCon because there's the Shimmer show, which I would skip because there is at noon. There's a Chikara show. Never been to a Chikara show. Would love to see a Chikara show. This is a show I might wind up seeing if I hear good things about it. I know A-Kid versus Airwolf is going to be, and that could be really interesting in my opinion. So let's see. Then you have the WWN Super Show at 3. Probably wouldn't do that. Oh, then you have the Rev Pro Show at 3 as well. This is the show I would go on at 3 because yes, I would die to see this show. This show sounds so awesome. This is basically a New Japan like spot show. So yeah, I would definitely go see this. Let's see. Then after that, oh, and then, oh, would I go see that? Yes, I would go see the Red Pro show, even though at 4 there's a Stardom show. I definitely will probably see the Stardom show. Hopefully the Stardom show is really good. I'm hoping it's really good, so that would be good. And then the MLW Battle Riot show is the other show that I would definitely want to go see at 7. Even though only because I know I can't go see the show I'd actually want to see in the show that we'll probably actually watch tomorrow night at this time. NXT show, like I said, I'm kind of not WWE anything. But then you have Joey Janela's Spring Break 3 Part 1, which starts at 8 o'clock. That is something that I will watch. I've watched all of them. I always find that they're a lot of fun. So that is the other thing that I'm hoping to go see. The FTW Sacred Heart Slam Forever. WrestleCon. Joey Ryan's Penis Party. This sounds like a complete disaster of a show. Do not want to see that. Then you have the Blackcraft Wrestling show, which has like 5,000 different people on it. Maybe go see that. I don't know. I mean, that is your midnight show, so yeah, and it's got 5,000 people on it. So I would be up anyways because I work at nights, so that might be something I end up watching. We'll see. Then you have Saturday, which, I mean, let's be honest, there's only one big thing you want to see Saturday. Though, you do have the 4th, well, this would be the 3rd, but there are 4 GCW shows, Game Changer Wrestling shows, official Game Changing Wrestling shows, this weekend. They're all part of the collective, which is kind of Game Changer Wrestling's kind of thing. But they have 4 shows, and all 4 of these shows sold out, which I think is saying something, even at 500 people. But I know that Bloodsport tickets, both the Joey Janela Spring Break shows were not cheap tickets. They were like, ooh, we only have 500 tickets, but we're going to up the price on them, and that's what they did. I don't know what they did on this, because I know that this is Orange Cassidy is doing something or whatever. This is replacing another show that fell through, and yeah, so there we go. But this would be something that I would probably go see. I will be honest, because I do believe in supporting GCW, even though they are a deathmatch wrestling promotion for most of the year. When it comes to WrestleMania weekend, they turn into this I don't know what promotion, but it's awesome. But I would go see that. That's at 12. You've got you have the House of Glory match, which I would probably would have to miss, even though Muda is on this show. Is this the show that Muda's on? Yes, Muda is on this show. That would suck. But yeah, I would definitely miss it. Then we have, let's see. You have the WWE Hall of Fame, which who really cares? And then we have the New Japan Pro Wrestling G1 Supercard, which this sounds insane, even though they've added so much of who knows what matches. You have Jay White versus Okada. I think that will be great. I know it's not what everyone wants, but it still sounds pretty great. You have a ladder match with Jay Lethal, Matt Taven, and Marty Scurll, in which you know they're going to go out there and try to kill each other because they're going to want to try to steal the show, because they're going on before Jay White and Okada and after Naito and Ibushi. So yes, these guys might be doing some Jay Briscoe crazy shit during this match. You have Zack Sabre Jr. versus Tanahashi, which I expect to be really great because I like both guys. You have this crazy, whoever wins gets both the IWGP Tag Team Champions and the ROH Tag Team Champions. It's Gorillas of Destiny versus PCO and Brody King versus the Briscoes versus Sonata and Evil. That's probably going to be insanity. I have no idea who's going to win. I wouldn't be surprised if the Briscoes won that match, but it just sounds crazy. You're going to have Ishimori, Dragon Lee, and Bandito. Holy shit. Bully Ray versus Juice Robinson. Um, let's see. You have a women's match, which I really don't care about. You have Dalton Castle versus Rush, which could actually be a lot of fun, and a lot of people are kind of shitting on that. But, you know, no matter how banged up Dalton Castle is, he still has lots of charisma. Rush uses charisma. It'll be an interesting match. As long as they keep it short, I think it'll be fine. Though this show apparently is going to be super long. You're going to have Will Ospreay versus Jeff Cobb. Thank you, please. Yes, which will be for the Never Openweight Championship and the ROH TV Championship. So that will be awesome. Then you're having a big giant, who knows what it is, on a Rumble with Jushin Liger, Kenny King, PJ Black, Beer City Bruiser, Blue, who knows what's all going on, which should be awesome. And then after that, when that is all said and done, we're getting Janela's Spring Break Part 2. Yes, not just once this time, twice. And that should be pretty awesome stuff, too. And then Sunday, of course, you have WrestleMania, which, like I said, I'm not really all that stripped about. You've got some other stuff, too, because you usually have stuff WrestleMania as well. So, blah. But that is everything. So, Bloodsport. Let's talk a little bit more about Bloodsport, because Bloodsport was awesome. Not gonna lie. I love Bloodsport. I love when you do that kind of crazy, hey, let's go out there and let's do something insane and make it look like a fight and all of that stuff. And that's what they did. And it was pretty awesome. And I enjoyed it. And I thought it was good. So, yeah. Yeah. And I've gone 20 minutes. I think that's long enough. So, like I said, be more reviews coming, but go watch Bloodsport. Bloodsport is good.